So welcome to this video. I want to take you through questions here. So the first question that we're going to do here involves acceleration coming from a topic called linear motion. So we have a train which is moving towards a town with a velocity of 10 meters per second. It gains speed and the velocity becomes 34 meters per second after 10 minutes. So find its acceleration. So solution. We know that acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. So we can outline our parameters. We know that initial velocity is 10 and final velocity is 34. So our final velocity is 34 meters per second. Our initial velocity, which is 10 meters per second, is there. So we know time is 10 minutes. But remember that this time must be converted into seconds. So we multiply by 60, and so this is equivalent to 600 seconds. So we are ready to now substitute our values so that our acceleration now becomes 34 minus 10 out of 600, and this is going to be meters per second square. So using my calculator down here, so we have 34 minus 10 divided by 600, so that's going to give me 0.04 meters per second square. That's done. Okay, let's go to question number 5. We are told to express in third form and simplify by rationalizing the denominator. So this question requires us to know these ratios. What is the value of cosine of 30? We know without using tables or calculator that is going to be equivalent to square root of 3 over 2. And then sine of 30 is the same as 1 over 2. And tan of 60 is square root of 3. So substituting here, we have root 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2 all over square root of 3, but we have a 1 minus there. So I can factor 1 over 2 out here. So this is equivalent to 1 over 2 in the numerator, so that I have square root of 3 minus 1 over 1 minus square root of 3. But you can see that square root of 3 minus 1 all over 1 minus square root of 3 is just a negative 1. So the answer becomes negative 1 over 2. That's sorted. Alright, so question number 6. Use the inverse of this one to solve the equation. So this question comes from the topic of matrices. We need to first of all get the determinant. So let's assume our matrix is 5, 3, 6, 4 as we are given. So determinant of any matrix, 2 by 2 matrix to be specific, is AD minus BC. So this one is going to be 4 times 5, you get 20, minus 6 times 3, you get 18, and the determinant is a 2. So the inverse of A is going to be 1 over determinant. Then we have our transpose matrix. So we have to have our D, then we have to have our B, then we have to have our A here and our C. But now then we are going to change the sign of these two. So we have 1 over 2 into, so our D is now 4 and our A is 5, so we write it here, and the rest now acquire the negative sign. So that's what we have as our inverse. Now to solve for the value of x and y, we are going to multiply our inverse with what we have on the equal sign here. So we have 4 minus 3, negative 6, 5, and then we multiply by 4, 10. So we'll hold on with 1 over 2, then multiply whatever elements we have in the matrix by this. So 4 times 4, 16. Then we have minus 3 times 10, you have negative 30. So you have 16 minus 30, that's going to give me minus 14. So you have 1 over 2 into minus 14. Then the other one is minus 6 times 4, that's negative 24. Then 5 times 10, so we have negative 24 plus 50. So you're going to have 26. So we have a 26 here. So when you distribute a half across, you're going to have negative 7, and here you have a 13. So this is equivalent to xy. So our value of x is negative 7, value of y is a 13. That checks. Right, let's go to the next question. So number 7 reads, paint A cost 50 shillings per liter while paint B cost 70 shillings per liter. In what proportion must A be mixed with B to produce a mixture costing 58 shillings per liter? So we know that the cost of a mixture can be computed using that formula. This is a y. So we know that the cost of this mixture is going to be equal to 58. So if we designate our ratios to be represented by x and y, then it means if we multiply 50 by x, then we multiply 70 by y, then we divide by the sum, then cross multiply, then equate here. We'll only need to distribute and then put the like terms together. So we have 58x plus 58y is equals to 50x plus 70y. Alright? So it is easier to take this 50x from the right hand side to the left hand side and 58 on this side to the other side. And once you do that, we have 8x is equals to 70 minus 58. That's going to be 12. So 12y. And the ratio now Rx is to y is equals to 12 is to 8. And when you simplify that, this is by 4, 3 by 4, 2. And those are the ratios. That's done. Let's go to question number 8, almost through. So evaluate without using log tables. Logarithm of 343 to the base of 10, that's a base, minus logarithm of 125 to the base of 10, all over logarithm of 7 over 5 to the base of 10. So we know that the numerator has 343 minus logarithm of 125 to the base of 10. Okay, using the laws of logarithm, I know the numerator can be rewritten as that. Of course, I know 343 is 7 to the power 3 and 125 is 5 to the power 3 because they have the same powers. I can write logarithm to base 10 of 7 out of 5 to the power of 3, which can be written as 3 logarithm to base 10 of 7 over 5. Now, because this one is the numerator, denominator has logarithm to base 10 of 7 out of 5, which seems like it's a factor of in the numerator. So we can write numerator over denominator, which is the same as 3 logarithm to base 10 of 7 over 5 over logarithm to base 10 7 over 5, which is just a 3. That's sorted. So we will stop there and then we will continue from there in our next video.